Well, happy Saturday night, everyone. I am relaxing by my fire pit, and I thought I would just press live and see if anyone's around, see if anyone wants to chat a bit. So far, I don't think there's anyone around, which is fine. I'll just end this. Oh, hi, Carmela. Good to see you. Hey, Mike F. Yeah, just went and pressed the live button because I have nothing else to do. Taking advantage of the cool weather while it's still here. It's going to be gone tomorrow, at least for a week or so. So I figured, why not? I got to get my what do you call it? Phone stand or whatever you want to call it. So I don't have to hold the phone like this. Coach Train, what's happening, buddy? Not much happening here. Just me sitting out here having a drink. Enjoying the evening. You don't want to look at me. You want to look at the fire. Yeah, I don't have much to say tonight. But I did notice on YouTube, because I'm not in StreamYard, this is just YouTube. Supposedly, you have the ability to have a guest on YouTube now. But I don't know how to do that. Let me see something here. Let me see this here. Yeah, I just don't know how to. I don't know how to access the chat. Hey, Emmanuel Spatato, how are you, my friend? But it looks like there is the ability to add someone who wants to be on screen with you. The Office. Well, that's one of the classic sitcoms that you can always watch, right? It doesn't matter how many times you watch it; it's always still funny. So, kind of like the Honeymooners. You can always watch those shows. Seinfeld. You can always have them on while you're doing other things. Thanks, Mike, for sending me that. I appreciate it. So Carmela is cleaning, has been cleaning all day. What's everyone else doing? I haven't been doing much at all. Went to the store, everyday stuff. Haven't been doing much. Tomorrow is our Godfather show, which should be cool. 2 p.m. tomorrow, same as always. So it should be fun. Continuing the saga. Everybody joining and saying hello to themselves, saying hello to themselves and each other. Oh, Mike F. Yeah, I mean, did you see the Oregon game? Oh my lord, 84-7. What a waste of time that was. I don't even know where that came from. Portland State. First of all, I've never heard of Portland State. And why would Oregon, who's ranked number 15 in the country, be playing them? It didn't make much sense. Now I know that they have cake games and all the schedules, but come on, it was a waste of time. I also watched the Colorado TCU game, which to me was all bad defense. It was a game of bad defense. Michael burning his foot on the George Foreman. Yeah, I remember that episode. Yeah, Mike. I mean, I like I said, I know that they do the cake games, but does it have to be that much of a cake game? Come on. But you know what it is? That's college football, I guess. Well, I only watch college football. Well, Mike F, it was first of all some, like I said, terrible defense. What I don't understand is that these kids get to the college ranks and they don't know how to tackle. That's what I don't understand. I just don't get it. Now, I know the theory is like these guys are usually like the best on their team, obviously, in high school. So they get away with a lot of stuff because they're producing out of pure athleticism. But I think a lot has to do with the basics on the coach's part in the high school programs and the youth programs. They're not teaching these kids how to tackle. And I've always said that that is a bad thing, not only because it's bad football, but because people get hurt. When people don't know how to tackle, people get hurt. But yeah, you see the missed tackles all over the place. It's hard to look at, especially as a former defensive coordinator. It's hard for me to watch without cringing. But so, Carmelo, what is that you're drinking? I didn't know what. I never heard of that. What is that? Kombucha. What is that? I don't know what that is. Oh, Brooklyn guy is on. I didn't even get that notification. I didn't get Vinny's notification. Yeah, sometimes I get his notification. Sometimes I don't. If I knew he was on. Oh no, maybe it's a recording. A recording, Emmanuel. Yeah, because I didn't get any. Sometimes I get notifications for him. And what did everyone conclude? Was he whacked or not? I mean, I think that was the big thing that everybody drew that conclusion from that horrible ending. Oh, probiotics. Okay, got you. All right. Yeah, I think that was what everyone was expected to assume that he got whacked in that final episode. I mean, everybody and their brother hated that episode. I mean, I am no exception. I hated that episode. I hated that ending. I mean, I just don't get it. Especially, I get it if you're going to do other things, right? You left it open so that you could decide, okay, maybe we'll create a movie. They did create a movie, but it was horrible. Maybe we'll extend the series. We'll do it again. That type of stuff. That's why you leave cliffhangers like that, or it's not. But that wasn't even a cliffhanger. That was just the screen goes blank. It was just terrible. I don't know. I didn't get that. Coming from such a well produced and written series to end like that was pretty disappointing. So, Manuel, I don't know what they determined. What did Vinny determine? Was he whacked or not? Hey, Big Bones, how are you? Oh, really? Okay. Hmm. Interesting. It's hard for me to see the chat, guys, just so you know, because what it does, because I'm in YouTube, I'm not in StreamYard, it pops up on the screen and then it vanishes. So when you guys put something up, I don't get to really see the strain of comments. I just get to see the latest. I'm doing okay, Big Bones. Just hanging out, relaxing a little bit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I hear you, Carmela. Yeah, I mean, he died. Yeah, that was such a shame. I mean, such a shame. I mean, that's that he died from a decadent lifestyle. That's what he died from. You can't. You got to try to take care of yourself. You can't just act like you're 21 forever. You got to take care of yourself. It's like drinking bacteria. It's that bad, huh? Yeah. So I guess everybody else is as lame as I am, right? Nobody's out doing things on this Saturday, on this Labor Day weekend. You're just hanging out at home. And I'm just joking with that, of course. Oh, look, I'm the king of it. I rarely go out and do anything. No bacteria for you, Big Bones. Come on. So it's going to be 90s in the 90s until Friday. Oh, Friday, I guess. Starts on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. 90s here, which is horrible. In fact, we didn't have a 4-day sprint of 90s all summer, and now it happens when the summer is should be ending. So I'm pretty upset about that. Yeah, I could imagine, Carmel. You gotta bathe those. I'm sure they don't like it, right? I mean, some dogs do, but others are a real pain when it comes to that. So I hear you. That's a chore and a half. Yeah, the crickets are going nuts out here. Well, that's whatever. That's natural, right? Crickets this time of year are pretty natural. The frogs are. You don't hear the frogs anymore. The frogs are really a spring and early summer. Excuse me, sound. Crickets have taken over. Nice. Big bones. Nice. Bourbon and a cigar. Very good. I mean, I have a bourbon here. Oh, I have an old fashioned, but which is bourbon, obviously, or at least my old fashions is I make bourbon. I make them with bourbon. But that's a perfect way to relax. Big bones. Do your grandkids live near you, or do you have to drive far to go to those things? Basil Hayden. There you go. Nice. Very good. I always say I hope my kids don't go too far from me, so that grandkids are not. I can easily be a part of the grandkids. Oh, that's great, Bag Bones. That's perfect. Good, good. Yeah, Basil Hayden's good. What I try to do sometimes, not every week, of course, because I go broke if you do this, but every now and then, probably like once a month, I'll go to Bottle King, which is my go to liquor store. and I will try to pick out a new bourbon to try. I try new bourbons for the taste. Um, Usually, what's on sale. I don't really go for the high end bourbons because to me, I could never appreciate the difference for the high cost. And I'm not saying there isn't or you can't. I'm just saying I couldn't do it. You know, some people say they can, and that's great. But I'm not going to pay 70, $80, $90 more for a bottle of bourbon if I'm not going to taste the difference, or I'm not going to not just taste. I'm not going to appreciate the difference of having such a bottle. So, so I stick to the lower ends. And my favorite are those that are smooth. I love those that you can just put some a cube in or no cube in and sip. Those are my favorite types of bourbon. And I've tasted some of the higher enders, and they seem a bit rough for that. At least for my palate, I I don't. They're not smooth enough for me. So to each his own, obviously. But I wouldn't spend the money because I'm not going to get the best experience out of them. But if you do, that's perfectly fine and great. Good. That's awesome. This is really annoying how I have to constantly hit live chat to try to see what's being said. Co-train worked all day. I just saw that comment. Tough working on Labor Day weekend, right? A lot of people hanging out. I mean, there's not that many people that went down the shore this year around me. I think less than usual because there's a lot more people around here than I'm used to in the stores and such. So I don't know what that's all about. Hey, Muggsy, how are you? Thanks for joining. We're just hanging out, BSing a bit. Nothing really important, no substance. I got a general question for you guys. Do any of you guys have a Rumble account? Now, I went to Rumble today just to check it out because I heard that you are instantly monetized there, unlike YouTube, which is it'll take me 12 years to be monetized. But I'm just curious, if you have a Rumble account. Now, I went there and I created an account, and the thing that I noticed, or to me that was the most glaring, is that there's not many people. Because I was watching some videos, and the videos have a lot less views. I mean, a mega, mega lot less views than you see on YouTube. You don't see millions of views on videos on Rumble like you see on YouTube. Yeah, Muggsy, I didn't. Yeah, I don't really follow him, but interesting. I mean, like that's my only concern is that no one's going to be there. No one is going to watch, or no one's going to care because I'm getting a little frustrated personally with YouTube in the sense that I can't get the watch hours that they want me to have in order to get monetized. Yet they still put commercials on my videos, which really aggravates me. So, being in that situation, I just checked it out to see if it was something that could possibly I could do. And I guess I could still do it. I could put videos on both YouTube and Rumble. Muggsy, you think it's going to take off? All right. Yeah, I'm just curious because it seems like a lot of politics. Hey, Cletus, how are you? Cletus, the immortal one. Good to see you, my friend. Um, oh, you said pizza's going to be on it? Oh boy. Well, maybe I don't want to be on it then. But I do like the fact that, like I said, I like the fact. Hey, Johnny, how are you? I like the fact that it's instant monetization. You don't have to play games with this watch hour nonsense. And what really aggravates me about the watch hours is that I have more than enough watch hours per se to be monetized, but they only credit a certain amount of those watch hours for monetization. And why, or what's the rationale for that? There's no information on. So, it's like they're playing a double game. They're playing a game here, and I cannot, and I will never be on every day. I can't do that. First of all, because I have too much going on to do that. Number one. Number two, because I don't have anything to say. I can't produce content like that. There's no way I can produce content every day. It's just crazy. Hi, Gianni. I mean, I said hi to you already, but thank you for the comment. I appreciate that. Yeah, big bones. That's what I saw too. I saw a lot of politics on there on Rumble. Like it's um a lot of conservative. Look, conservative politics is fine with me because I'm a conservative in general. But I'm looking. That's kind of a turnoff if that's the only content that's the only content that takes off on Rumble because it's a conservative platform. Then it's not for me because that's not what I'm going to do. I have no interest in doing that stuff. I have no interest in doing political content. So if that's what Rumble is going to be about, it's not for me. I like doing what I do. I like my stories. I like my wine. That type of stuff. Oh, really, Cletus? Interesting. All right. All right. Hmm. Hi, Gina. How are you? I'm sorry I missed you. I didn't know you were in here. Ronald Reagan, yes, I love Ron. I thought he was an amazing president. Absolutely, Emmanuel. Absolutely. Is he my favorite of all time? He's the favorite that I lived through. Let's put it that way. I think, George Washington and Abraham Lincoln are my favorite presidents of all time, and then I would say Reagan is probably after that. Yeah. So, like I said, this is really annoying how the comments pop up one at a time, and I can't really follow them. What's going on between you guys as you speak to one another? Oh yeah, big bones. You planted today, right? Well, you know what? You're gonna get a week's worth of hot weather. That's probably gonna help you out. That spinach and such. Yeah, yeah. I didn't have anything. I didn't do any of that. I mean, my garden is overrun right now with weeds because most of the plants have produced what they're going to produce. Big bones. I wish now I wasn't around with Lincoln. Ralph was probably not me, but oh, Manuel, yeah, yeah, absolutely. Modern day, yeah, absolutely my favorite. I agree with you completely on that. I just have to figure out how to keep this live chat on the screen because it's really annoying. So Gianni plants broccoli rabe and sugar peas the other day. My sugar peas, I planted them early. They produced and then they died out. They completely they were the first thing actually that produced aside from the lettuce, and then they died out. Yeah, the rain, Gianni, kicked ass. It kicked our ass this year. It really did. You know, it helped, but it also was too much. It was just way too much. I'd rather just water my own garden. Oh yeah, hit the like button, guys, if you can. I hate saying that. Whatever, but I'll say it. Hit the like button if you can. It's helpful. Oh, you replant them in. Oh, you replant them. Interesting. Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't have that many. You know what I mean? I just kind of played around with it. I didn't really. I didn't plant that many to begin with. So you had Rob for dinner. Yeah, the tomatoes are still going strong. Absolutely. Yeah, big bones. For some reason, and I have no idea why, my peppers did not grow this year. I mean, they grew a little bit. The plants grew a little bit, but they did not yield any type of pepper. So maybe I had bad seeds. Who the hell knows? But I didn't have any peppers, which was very disappointing to me. I really love peppers, but I have my in-laws peppers. I've been eating theirs, so it was fine. You know, but I and you guys saw my carrots. My carrots. Oh boy! If you haven't, look at my channel and look at the short I put up today of my carrots. They're not winning any 4-H club contests. I watch. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in and saying hi. Appreciate it. All right, there's got to be something I can do to keep the chat up. This is so annoying. Oh my lord, is this annoying? Oh, he had a lot, big bones. That's cool. San Marzano Roma and Sicilian variety of Corleone, but I grew some purple Cherokees. Okay. Yeah, I have all Romas this year, Gianni. I didn't plant anything else but Romas. And I have like tons of them, tons of them. So what we've been doing is, I mean, I don't jar tomatoes like my mother used to do, but what we do is we use them all the time. We use them for salads every day. We also I use them for sandwiches. You know, whenever I have a sandwich, I just had a hamburger this evening, and I put tomato, cut up tomato, and put it on it. So I use them with everything. So they don't go to waste. Definitely use them for everything, or some bruschetta. I'll make bruschetta. So there's so many uses for tomatoes. You don't have to just save them all or jar them. In Big Bones, you didn't have good luck with the carrots. You're like me, huh? Well, Gianni commented and told me a secret, so I don't know. Maybe next year I'll try it. Thin them out. Oh yeah, he put it in the chat here. Thin them out. Yeah, I'll see. I'll see if I try it next year. I also think that my soil is a bit hard. That might have something to do with it too. My soil is a bit hard. I didn't really till very deeply, so I don't know. So Gianni, how big is your garden? It sounds like it's pretty big. I saw your video. I saw the video you put up earlier in the season, but what is the square footage of your garden? I mean, mine is pretty small. I mean, I have a lot of land, but I didn't, I haven't, you know, tilled it for gardening. I have, mine is like basically two 10 by 10 squares. I don't have a really big garden. And I see you guys are talking about bulldogs. I really want a dog. I don't know. I don't know. I really would like to have one, but my wife is not a fan. So you win some battles, you lose some. Oh, sure, I watch absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of like the Yule log, right? Remember the Yule log? Yule log, which you could talk to friends while you watch it. 15 feet wide, 25, 30 feet long. Okay, all right. Oh, I watch you retold the goblin story. Cool. All right, nice. I encourage that. You know what I mean? I really do. Thank you. Thank you for the credit, but I encourage people for telling, to retell the stories. That's awesome. Because, like I said, they're word of mouth stories. So, please do that. Please share them if you're into it. Absolutely. And I have I'm thinking. What I was planning to do, and I'll share this. What I was planning to do was like once I became monetized, I I was going to share some original stories that I've written because I'd like to get some credit for them. I don't want to just put them out there now because I don't get any credit whatsoever, and YouTube will just make money off of them. so so that's really why I would like to get monetized because I want to share my original stories. So like what I do now, the stories that I tell now are not my stories. I may change them a little bit here and there. I may tweak them, but they're not original stories by me by any means. So, um, Tony, how are you? Thank you for joining. Yeah, Tony. I mean, you don't do the gardening anymore. That's fine, but you buy from the local farmers. That's great. That's I have tons of local farms around me. So what we do is we'll try different ones. Like, and I'm getting to know which are the best for the corn and which are not. Corn is a major staple around me. And some of them just don't cut it. Like some of them produce corn and it's not that sweet. I love the corn that you don't even have to cook. You can eat it. It's sweet enough that you can eat it without even cooking it. You eat raw corn. It's so sweet you can eat it that way. Oh, thank you, Carmel. I appreciate that. I'm happy people are enjoying it. I really am. Um, like I said, this is what I'm doing right now. Right here is nonsense. Just talking and BSing. It's not my style at all. I like to have a reason or content to share. I don't like to do this stuff, and I'm not knocking it. It's just not me. You know, it's not my type of. It's not my cup of tea, so to speak. I like to have a story to tell, or something to talk about per se that people are tuning in for. All right, I'm missing this rabbit thing. What's going on with the rabbits here? I'm missing this. I don't get this rabbit thing. What's horrifying about the rabbits? You know what, Johnny? I don't know what you're talking about with birds. I don't get it. Like, I mean, the birds don't bother my corn at all. I don't know why that happens. Yeah, I know it's ridiculous in the store. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Why it costs so much in the store. I don't know. Oh, they kill the rabbits, Carmela. Oh, okay. Ooh. Oh, thank you, Gina. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's just not me, just not my what I enjoy doing. I guess it's not. It's kind of work. You know what I mean? It's kind of like work for me doing this like this. Yeah, I mean, my corn came out excellent. My corn. I mean, there wasn't much of it. I only had a few stalks, and I got about 5 ears of corn total. So and like again, I'm only dealing with a small area here. So 5 ears of corn, but they were excellent. They came out great. They were very sweet. You know, um, and I didn't have any problem with birds. I had a problem with ants. And the ants were annoying as hell. Ants were going after them, but not birds. Toro, how are you, my friend? Are you still in Maryland, my friend? What's going on here? It's Labor Day weekend. Yeah, you're gonna be coming home soon, I would think. Everybody's stopping by and saying hi. Good to see you too. Absolutely, good to see you too. Here, you want to actually see me? There, you can see me for 2 seconds with my old man glasses on, so I can read the chat. Because if I don't, I can't read the chat. I can believe it or not. Back to the fire. That's what's more entertaining than me. Oh, good, Gianni. I'll look forward to that. Absolutely. I'll look forward to seeing what you got there. A dove hunt? What do you hunt doves? Well, you can just come to my house if you want to hunt doves. There's these turtle doves that are so annoying. They sit around. There's about 4 or 5 of them that hang around in the pool and crap all over everything. We could hunt them. Get rid of them. Exactly, Gianni. I turned it around. You got it. I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you. You don't need a close up of that. So I don't know where all the where are my fellow content creators this evening? Where is Tommy Stiggs? He's out shenaniganing, I guess, if that's a word. Theme do. Where's that man sleeping? I guess I don't know. And where's Ralphie? Out delivering? I don't know. All right, so I watch. I'm sorry. What did you say here? I don't, yesterday that I wasn't kidding. The monk had a Norman surname. There's something to that, and like I can't even. Here we go. I wasn't kidding. The demon monk had a Norman surname. Some actually believe there is something to that and the brutality and the demon stuff. Oh, interesting. All right. All right. Yeah. Tony did I did put it together. Yeah, I created it. It's nothing special. It really isn't. I just bought pavers and built it. It's three as you can see, it's three I'm sorry, four levels of pavers built in a circle. And then I put river rock at the bottom. Bought river rock, and that's it. Really, I didn't even buy a kit. I just went with the pavers and the river rock. So and it works well. Yeah, I guess they are. I don't know. Not me though. I'm not out doing anything. Obviously, I'm here talking to you guys. Really? Okay. I watch. Interesting. All right. Hmm. Where's my family? My wife is inside watching television. My daughter is out with some friends. She came home from college for the weekend. One of my sons is at a party, and my other son is at a Catholic retreat. Excuse me. He's one of the leaders of an offsite that they're having. So the people that are running the offsite for these confirmation kids are having an offsite tonight. Like they're having a sleepover tonight at a local camp. So that's where he is. So it's just me sitting by the fire. My wife is probably asleep right now in front of the television, and my children are out gallivanting. I guess is what you might say, as Ralph would say, gallivanting. Cucumber scented candles, Johnny. I don't even know what to say to that. I don't really don't. I don't have any idea what to say to that. Why would anyone want the scent of a cucumber in a candle? She does this against my cigar smoke. Well, you know what? I get the anti-cigar smoke. I hear that too. Carousing, right? You're right. It's carousing, not gallivanting. You're right. Gonna say here. Thank you, Carmel. I think I do. Yeah, for the most part. Nobody's perfect, but I think they're good kids. No, I know. Again, Baywatch. That's very interesting. As you know, I love history, so that's very interesting to learn that stuff about William the Great or William the Conqueror. Um, it's yeah. I think a lot of witchcraft was employed there when the Normans invaded England. And all that stuff. That yeah, absolutely. I think you're right on that. And by the way, guys, if you like history, I found a great channel. I think it's called Timeline History Timelines. It's the quality is great. The production quality, and they do a lot of stuff on Native American Indians, which I love. So if you're interested in that stuff, maybe I'll share it on my community page. But it's really cool. The history videos they do are awesome on there. A cannoli candle? I don't know if they make those. Johnny, you're crafty, huh? You're a crafty one, huh? The old reverse psychology. Nice. Superstition, Tony. Mm, not really. No, I'm not really superstitious. I do love superstitions though. I find it very interesting. I love that type of stuff. But am I superstitious myself? Not really. No. Maybe in the sports context, I was a bit superstitious when I was coaching teams and playing on teams. I was a bit superstitious there. But other than that, no. That's not I don't personally subscribe to that. But like I said, I love stories about that. It fascinates me. It's really fascinating, superstitions. Oh yeah, yeah, baseball's loaded with it. Yep. Absolutely. And lacrosse is loaded with it too. Which I didn't know because I didn't grow up with lacrosse, but my boys played it, and yeah, I learned that there too. Camilla, that sounds delicious. A vanilla cream brulee candle. That sounds like it smells great. So, Manuel, you're kind of superstitious. What are you superstitious about, or what do you do? What do you do that's superstitious? If you care to share that, I'm curious. Um, yeah, because when I coached baseball, we were all about that. We were all about superstitions. Um, but outside of baseball, no, it's not my thing. Well, I've been on for 46 minutes. What is going on here? Yeah, I know, Carmel. You mentioned that Italian folk magic, which is kind of interesting. I've never, you mentioning it is the first I've heard of that. So that's kind of cool. Now, I remember my grandfather, who was born in Italy, came here as a child, came here as a young child. I remember him, telling me about some of the superstitions they used to believe in when in Italy itself. He was, but I didn't really know much more than that. Don't put shoes on tables. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like the whole don't open an umbrella in the house. It's bad luck, right? That type of stuff. I remember growing up with that. The evil eye. Yeah. Yeah. Hunchbacks are good luck. That's interesting, Gianni. Is it true, Gianni? You tell me because you are Mr. Sicily. At least, you know, compared to me, you are because I'm not Sicilian or I've never been there. But is it true that the number 13 is lucky in Sicily? We consider it unlucky here, Friday the 13th and all that stuff. And a lot of times there would be no 13th floor in a building, even though there are 13 floors. Even though there's 16 floors, they would not name a 13th floor. It would go from the 12th to the 14th. Hi, Arlene. How are you? Yes, 13th. Okay, Johnny. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for yeah. The other thing is now here's just interesting. My first house that I lived in was the number of the house was 15, but if you followed the houses, it was actually 13. So they did not name the house 13 because whoever built the development or built the houses in that area thought the number 13 was bad luck. So instead of being 13 Apple Tree Way, it was 15 Apple Tree Way. Emmanuel, 17 is bad luck where in Sicily? 17 is the bad luck number? Okay. Interesting. I didn't know that. Good. That's good to learn. Yeah, I actually have a book of superstitions and I started to do videos on them, but I kind of lost track of that, and I went with the ghost stories, because I thought they were more interesting. Right, Tony. Yeah, exactly. On the floors, you don't see 13 there, right? A lot of buildings you do not see 13. Yeah, they skip the 13th floor. Yep, which is it's so weird to me. It really is. It's weird. It kind of validates, right? It kind of validates superstition. You think, it must be real, right? If people will go to that length, there must be something to it. Yeah, yeah. Let me see. I lost the chat again. Hold on here. Oh, good, Carmel. Good. I'm glad you do. Now, Gianni, you said you dug one up a year ago when you were tilling a flower. What did you dig up? A buried saint? Yeah, yeah. I heard that. I had heard that. And they bury the saints. Why? Because it was Saint Joseph, right? I bet. Was it Saint Joseph? Because that supposedly you bury that Saint Joseph to sell a house. I think that's what the superstition was. Yeah, Johnny. What else is buried there? Good one, Big Bones. What else was buried there? Upside down to sell the house. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, Carmela, is that part of the folk magic that you talked about? Folk magic. Very interesting. Well, I tell you what. I'll tell you this about saints. I find the whole stories of each saint fascinating. I love stories of each saint and how they were martyred, and it's fascinating to me. Okay. All right, Carmela. Yep. Yep. Chinese buffet. I don't know about that, Emmanuel. I haven't gone to a Chinese buffet in 25 years at least, because when I did, I got sick. So I haven't gone in that long of a time period. But I do like Chinese food. I just it's the buffet type of thing that I'm a little hesitant about eating at. Yeah, I don't know, Gianni. You better watch that. She might be employing that behind your back. You never can tell, right? But I do eat Chinese. I do eat Chinese food, obviously. What saint, Carmelo? What saint do you plan to get good carrots? I need that. I need that saint. I got to plant that saint next year. On West Mill Road, Gina. It's still there. It's different. I think it's different now. It's a different name, but it is still a Chinese restaurant. Yep. Um, it's called the Red Lantern right now. I don't think it always was called that, but yeah, it's the Red Lantern. It's very popular. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I mean, Johnny, I hear you. I mean, I know what you're talking about. I always thought that symbol of Sicily was bizarre. I don't like it. It's just weird. You know what I mean? And it may be good luck to people, but it's just weird looking to me. Big bones. Yeah, it's not gonna help. You're right. Yep. Oh, Schooley's Mountain. In Hackettstown. Um, Let me think. Yeah, it might still be. I mean, hmm, I think it might be there. I mean, there's a bunch of them in the strip malls over there. Like, there's more than one, so it's hard to say. So Tony, he still has zucchini growing. Mine are all done. Mine. The vines have all died. I mean, it produced a lot, but they're all dead now. Yeah, that's there, Gina. That's there. I know what you're talking about. I forget what it's called, but yeah, it's there. It's still there. Again, like it might have a different owners. Like it might have a different name now because they change a lot. I've noticed. But it's still there. There's still a Chinese place there, I should say. Oh, Gianni, stop bragging. You and your zucchini. Kung Pao is too hot for me, my friend Emmanuel. Too hot for me. I can't do that. I just can't. I can't do it. It'll knock me over. Don McHugh from the land down under checking in. Tony, you said I'm Jewish in my belief, so while there are people of blessed memory, divinity is not included. I don't really know what that means. I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. Divinity is not included. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying there. Maybe I'm missing the point. People of blessed memory, divinity is not included. Oh, you mean the people are not divine? Is that what you mean? Butternut, yeah, I got butternut still there, buddy. It's coming. I've got four of them in the house, and I think two of them still on the vine. Oh, I hear you, Tony. All right, I get what you're saying now. All right, thank you for explaining that. Yankees for life, checking in. How are you, my friend? Good to see you from Texas. Checking in from Texas. Yes, Tony. Exactly. I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. I don't agree with attacking people's religions. I don't. I don't. No matter what they are, I do not. And it kind of angers me when people do that, especially arrogant atheists that know better than everybody else. You know, I mean, if you're an atheist, whatever, do your thing, but you don't have to degrade and attack others for their beliefs, and that pisses me off. No matter what their beliefs are. Wow, I'm over an hour. What am I doing here? Over an hour? Come on. What am I talking about for over an hour? I'm talking about nonsense. Well, you know what, Gianni? That's obviously that's a matter of opinion. But I kind of agree with you on that in the sense that and I think the reason that they try to knock everybody else down, everyone else's beliefs down, is because they're so insecure in their own beliefs. They're so worried that they're wrong. They're so worried that their arrogant stance that they know for a fact there is no God is going to come back and bite them. That they want everyone else to agree with them. Otherwise, it'll make them feel better in their stance. You know. Carmela, you have a 45-pound dog that acts like a lap dog? Holy moly. That must be something to deal with. I know, Carmela, you must have said once before what type of dogs you have, but I don't remember. So I'll ask again what type of dogs you have. I think you might have said that before, but I don't remember what they were. The young jerks, the young Turks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't watch that crap. I don't, Emmanuel. And my advice to you is to do the same. Just ignore it. Don't watch it. It's complete nonsense. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Getting hot showers in. Yep, yep. Every little bit helps, I guess. I don't know. And the reason I'm using YouTube and not StreamYard is that I kind of running out of hours. I think on StreamYard, so I figured I would just go on with regular YouTube. But the problem is that the chat is very annoying. So I don't know how many more times I'll do this because I can't. At least I'm on my phone. I'm not on a laptop, so the the chat keeps disappearing. It's quite annoying. Johnny, I'm with you. I have do as well. Yep. Manuel, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It's such a waste of time, and the internet is filled with it. Filled with it. Carmelo, was this recently? I missed it. If he did, was it the cathedral in Newark that he was in? I don't know. I missed it. I'll have to go back and look. I mean, that's the thing. Like those old churches are so wonderfully built, and the architecture is so beautiful. And you don't see that anymore because it just costs too much to build like that. And like the churches I go to that are, they're modern, and around here they're modern because I guess there weren't any Catholic churches around here, so they're relatively modern. And they you kind of miss that that field of that old school church. Yeah, they were, Tony. Absolutely. Yep. Okay, Gina. So it was Sacred Heart. Okay. Yeah, that is a beautiful, beautiful cathedral. And my great grandfather was one of the people that was a mason that worked on that. Yeah, there were hundreds or and maybe even thousands that worked on it. It took so many years. It took decades and decades to build. The toenail clipper bum was back in front. What is that? I don't even. I haven't heard that story. The toenail clipper bum. I will have great sec cam footage. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's see that. Yeah, Carmel. I mean, it's just I don't know. It is what it is, right? I mean, I have no choice because I'm not going to travel long distances. But um, you kind of lose some part of the experience. It's not the same. And yeah, Lambertville's nowhere near me, Gina. That's kind of far. That's kind of far for me to go to church, right? That's kind of far, Lambertville. That's southwest. That's near the Delaware, but it's south. There's a nice little church in Hackettstown. Um, I think it's called St. Michael's, and it's old school looking, but it's really small. It's a really small church, but it's all stone. It looks really nice. It has, it has the arch entranceway and everything. I've never gone in it, but I should try to check that one out. Oh, Johnny, that must be lovely to have to deal with that. Oy vey. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not bragging about going to church. Believe me, I'm not looking for credit for going to church at all. Believe me, it's just something that I do because I enjoy the solitude or the dedicated time to meditation and prayer. That's why I do it. So, um, and my son is a Eucharistic minister there, so that I go to support him as well. Big bones, yeah, no, I know the Latin Mass. A lot of the changes at the what was that in the '60s, the Vatican II conference, I guess it was called, or whatever the hell. I think that's what it was called, right? Vatican II, Vatican II. A lot of the changes my grandfather didn't like either at all. He didn't like it all. In fact, um, I don't think he ever went to church unless it was a funeral or or like my confirmation or my um, confirmation, or what was the communion, or some type of official event. He wouldn't go to church usually. because he didn't like the changes. And I agree with some of that stuff. Like some of the stuff I didn't like, and they changed it again. They changed years ago. They changed the whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know what the purpose of that stuff, but you know, whatever. Anyway, guys, I've been on for quite a while here, and I know you guys are having a good time talking to each other. They taught you Latin. I mean, Latin. Latin is a wonderful language. It's a bit hard to learn, but it was always friggin' bat flying around here. That's quite annoying. Um, the Latin is a language that I never learned per se, but I'm familiar with a lot of Latin from the law. So but in terms of I never took Latin itself or anything like that. But um, thank you, Gina. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, Latin prayers. Oh, okay. I hear you. Yep. Yep. Yeah. I mean, they did teach Latin. There was a Latin class at my high school, which was not Catholic; it was public. But you could take Latin. I didn't take it though. So I learned the part of Latin, the law related parts of Latin as I needed them. The wine tasting video's up there, Gianni. I don't know what you're talking about. It's definitely up there. I saw it before. I was looking at it before. It's up. Oh, okay. You see it. Okay. Yeah, you had me scared for a minute. I'm like, what's going on? People knocking my videos out? I don't know. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank each and every one of you for spending some time with me tonight by the fire. I hope we had some fun chatting a bit. No real topic, no real content, but just passing some time. So I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their Labor Day weekend. And yeah, Big Bones, he's into the homemade vino. Okay, nice. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of the Labor Day weekend and have in the rest in the coming week. Try to stay cool if you're in the Northeast because it's going to be hot as hell. It's going to be terrible. So try to stay cool, and hopefully fall will be here before we know it. And then that's my favorite time of year. So hopefully it'll be here soon. So I want to thank everybody again. Remember, press the like button if you can, smash the like button, whatever they say. Build the guild, and I want to say God bless and thank each and every one of you. Have a great night. Wine Guild is out.